up, everyone? So this is the ball and chain build. This is actually, it came out of nowhere. This is such a fun build to play. It is not the strongest chain lightning build, but surprise, surprise, it is pretty strong. And you know what? It's so fun to play. I think that it's worth building, especially now that this is the tail end of season 5 and you're free to make whatever builds that you want that isn't meta or good, and you can just have fun with the game. Some people realize this too late, but yeah, guys, just play whatever build you want to play. Anyway, you might be noticing that I sound a little different because I did mention that I was sick and I still am. However, I really want to put this video out there, so I'm going to do my best, alright? So I'm going to try to do this in one shot. I will not re-record anything. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake, alright? So here we go. First things first, the equipment. And yes, the gearing is very similar to my Avatar Sort build, which is nice because if you already built that build, then you could easily swap to this one. So let's go through it again. You want to cap your attack speed bonus. Mine isn't even capped, but 99.9% is good enough. You do this by combining your Andarel's Visage and your Ring of Starless Skies and whatever stats you have on your Fist of Fate. Mine is at 1%. Horrible. I wish I got a better one in this. But this too late in the season for me to hunt for a better one. I'm pretty tired, and again, I am sick. So yeah, cap your attack speed. Put 2 Masterworks on attack speed, and then 1 to all stats or whatever gear that you have. Just cap the attack speed and then put everything else into all stats or whatever stat you want. Next up is Raiment of the Infinite. You want a 2 GA. If you can't get a 2 GA, a 1 GA with Glass Cannon is enough. However, the GA on Intelligence is pretty big, so there's that. But yeah, you don't need a GA on Intelligence. Alright, and Elemental Attunement is this where you're gonna get it. You don't need to like put a point in your board, your skill tree. Yeah. Alright, Fist of Fate, bread and butter again. This is a must-have for our CC and our lucky hits to proc our cooldowns to ultimates, as well as the explosions of Andarels and the explosions of Doombringer, and the special tech of the build. Alright, we'll get to that in the skills, which is really fun. I'm pretty stoked about this build. It's so fun to play. Alright. Alright, Aetial Conduit. This is the Chain Lightning Pants, which is necessary. You need to triple crit Masterwork, Resource Generation, and Maximum. You could get a GA on Chain Lightning or whatever other stat. It's not too important. The important thing is the resource gen and the maximum stat on the passive or the aspect. Alright, so try to get that. By the way, this one, again, it's better to have more than less. Alright? Okay, the boots. This is where the build differs quite a bit, because on Avatar Sort we are using this pair of boots. It's Intelligence, Mana, and Armor, mainly just for armor capping and the 11 mana per second so that we don't stop our mana. However, after playing around with my build some more, I learned that you don't need to have 11 stacks of mana per second. 8 stacks is enough. So I'm able to put +8 to Ball Lightning. And yeah, just like try to put as much armor on your free slot, your third slot, but mana per second and Ball Lightning is important. Now, this is where the build has different variations, right? For my build, because of my enchantment, you don't need to have evade cooldown. If you want to run teleport as the enchantment for more balls and grouping up stuff is more fun. It is faster. It is a little bit more fun to play. Then you want to go with something like this, Intelligence. However, the reason why I cannot use these pair of boots right here is because it doesn't have the mana regen stat, and if I change the armor, it's not gonna work. It kind of sucks that this is what I bought. I could put armor somewhere else, like in the amulet, but then I lose out on a lot of damage right here, right? So yeah, but yeah, this is the main boots you want. +3 evade is good enough if you're not gonna run teleport. However, if you're gonna run teleport, you gotta use these ones right here. Attacks reduce cooldown by 1.5 seconds. And because you're attacking like a madman, you will be resetting your teleport quite quickly. And it works really well because chain lightning revolves around you as well as ball lightning. It's a really fun build. However, my version is a little bit more fun in my opinion. Alright, here we go. Next up for the weapon, you want to run Doombringer. Doombringer is the grandpapa of Sorcerer. This is the strongest item I think that Sorcerers can get. Hands down. Some people argue that two-handed staff is better for more aspects, but for all builds in general, Doombringer or Coombringer, according to Paragon Gaming, is way better. This is such a good item. Alright, if you can get a GA on max life, great. If you can't, then just triple Masterwork max life and be done with it. It is so strong. This allows you to tank so much damage. You don't need to run damage reduction to your skill trees. Basically, it allows your build to become flexible. You gain so much health that you're able to put 5 pieces of topazes on your armor. On the other build, I was running 1 topaz and 4 rubies. The first one I put out, yeah, that one, or I think it was no. It was might have been 3 topaz and 2 rubies. However, this one you don't need to run anything. You have more HP and you have more survivability as well as so much more damage. All right, okay. Now the reason why is this item gives you 222 all stats, which greatly affects your critical strike chance, your mana regeneration, it gives you armor, so you're armor capped. Because without it, you won't be armor capped. I could show you really quick. Let's put this one on. Yo, put it on. Oh, isn't it? Why can't I equip it? Is it because a thing is on? Is it because I'm sitting down? I'm sitting down because I'm tired. Oh, there we go. I gotta stand up to equip. That's so weird, man. Alright. Anyway, yeah, see there? My armor cap is not there. Even if I use incense, it's not gonna be capped. So, Doombringer is awesome. However, this sword is another option if this sword is an option that you could use if you don't have Doombringer. That makes it more accessible, and this is more similar to the first video that I put out. You can just check it out. It's the one with the initial D car on the thumbnail. But yeah, Doombringer, really good. All right. Next up, the amulet. And before you guys start crucifying me for having the most OP gear, yes, my sorcerer is pretty damn OP. It is. Hey man, I spent how many hours did I spend on this thing? 475 hours. I gotta have OP gear by then. If I'm not OP yet, I'm playing it wrong. Anyway, yeah, you don't need to have a GA on glass cannon. You don't need to have 2 ranks. You could just have 1 rank. But you do need Conjuration Mastery. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then you want to imprint Storm Swell because more damage equals more better. No Starlight once again. On the boots, you want to put Orange Herald. This will reset your ultimate. Sorry if I forgot. I keep doing that in all my vids. Sorry again. All right, here we go. Talvarasha, honestly, this one, non-physical damage is good to triple Masterwork. I do kind of want to try out Lucky Hit Chance. However, yeah, I think non-physical damage is better. It scales a little bit better, more damage rather than more lucky hits, because you will be having a lot of lucky hits on this build, especially because of the changes I made. Alright, Ring of Starless Skies. This is what inspired me to make the ball and chain build because it has +7 on core skills, which is nuts, I know. Otherwise, it would just be +6 or maybe +5, I'm not sure, but yeah, this one is for sure really nice to use on the ball and chain build because it is a double core skill build. Okay, Starless Skies is good. Next up, your focus. Alright, for the focus, I did not change the the projectile cast. As you can see, it's still my original focus from way back. I just changed the aspect to gravitational runic orb. This is just so that the balls gain 25 bonus damage and it revolves around me, making the build work a little bit better than without it. I haven't experimented not running gravitational ball. It's not a must-have on the build. You might be surprised why I'm saying that. You'll see it in a little bit. But yes, this is not a must-have aspect. You could run conceited. You could try shredding. But I do like gravitational runic orb just because it's nicer to see and more fun to see. All right, that's the gear, and you can see my stats. Armor cap, 19.2k life. This is higher a little bit, I think. No, it's not higher when you have incense, but the damage is higher when you have incense and your elixir. All right, let's go to the juicy part of the build. Skill tree. By the way, guys, if you enjoy my videos, I really want you guys to sub to my content or my channel. I'm trying to hit 1k before the season end. I'm not sure if I could do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try, and then I'm gonna try streaming on the new season. I might do a 24-hour stream. Look out for that. So yeah, do check out my channel and sub. All right, now on to our skill tree. You can put 1 point into Firebolt and Frostbolt just so that you have more options to play with in a later game. If you want to mess around with your enchantments, Frostbolt, you could actually put this and do like a Hoar Frost build when you chill stuff, and then it does more damage. And you could actually play around with Shatter, like a Shatter version of Chain Lightning. I think that's pretty strong too. However, I'm not sure how the gearing would go for that, but hey, try it, you know, it's there. All right, next up, you want to get Elemental Dominance because of upfront damage. And if you read it, your core skills deal 12% increased damage when you cast above 50 mana. I'm not sure if it works with Unstable Currents, because if you read this, if you just read it, it says, whenever you cast a shock skill, a random core, conjuration, or mastery shock skill is also cast. So it says cast, so it should affect that, right? Alright, so that's why I'm running Elemental Dominance. You want to put 5 points into your Chain Lightning, minus up to 17, and then you get Enhanced, and then you get Greater. So very similar to the Avatar Short build. Yep, for this one. Although I think that one's also there. Alright, Potent Warding, you get this from Talrasha. Alright, next up, you get 1 point into Flame Shield because it's just so OP that you gotta use it. Alright, Teleport, you get the one where you get damage reduction, Shimmering. Whole World Shimmers. Alright, and then you basically stack up your electric balls and then you teleport into a group as well as your Chain Lightning Hula Hoops, and they get eviscerated, they get killed like that. Yeah, they're dead. Alright, Glass Cannon. 14 ranks because of my amulet. Yeah, this is how I play, guys. 14 ranks of Glass Cannon, in my opinion, is a must-have to have fun with Sorc. Tanky Sorc is fine, don't get me wrong. Play however you like, but Glass Cannon Sorc is awesome. Alright, Ice Armor. You use this to reset your barrier, and it will save you a lot. You gain some mana regen. That's good. Alright, here is where it gets good because you're gonna get Hydra, and the reason why is because you're gonna use this for your enchantment. The build allows you to not slot Firebolt. Alright, you don't need to use Firebolt because, man, Doombringer is just so strong. I will explain it in a bit. Alright, you're gonna get Burning Hydra so that you burn the bosses or the elites. There is a little bit of finesse to playing it with a lot of mobs. You could actually switch around your targets, but you don't need to do that. You just like spam. That's fine. It will work. They'll automatically change targets. Alright, next you want Ice Blades, and you get Enhanced Ice Blade and Summoned Ice Blade. However, this is where I think I might change a little bit, because you don't need to have Ice Blades on the active bar. You kind of want something else for your cold damage, but upon checking again right now, I think this is the best because it's a conjuration, so it gives you conjuration mastery. So yeah, just put this. However, it is not on your enchantment slot, so you will not be able to spawn 6 ice blades. At most, if you're lucky, you could get 2 out, but then you have 2 hydras, so that's 4. If you don't have hydra and then you have this one, you have 6 ice blades. So -2 conjurations isn't too bad, guys. On the trade of more damage, you'll see why. Alright, you're gonna get lightning spear and then you're gonna get enhanced lightning spear. Alright, because this might double cast when you unstable current, which gives you more conjuration mastery. Of course, you put 3 points into conjuration mastery. It's 10 because of the amulet. You put all the things on the defensive passives, and you put inner flame and devouring blaze. And this is where you're gonna invest a lot of your points again. Ball lightning, you put 5 points into this. My build is able to get 20 ranks of this. I do have another glove that I could try out, but it doesn't work as well. Fist of Fate is just way stronger. So yeah, 20 ranks of ball lightning is pretty big. That's pretty strong. Enhanced ball lightning, attack rate is increased, so it shocks more. It's the speed of the revolution, and the static balls as well. They shock faster than if they're not 25%. Speaking of static balls, this is your second enchantment, ball lightning. This thing is so fun to see, and guys, I have to be frank with you guys. I did clear a T8 clear using my weaker version build, and it just melted the boss like it was nothing. So I was wondering, okay, what the hell was that? So the way it works is when you lucky hit, critical strikes have up to 25% chance to spawn a static ball. And with lightning builds in general, because you have 2 skills that are always working at all times, plus you have unstable currents that's spamming random skills, right? So you have a lot of skills that are dealing critical hit damage, plus you have points into dex because of 2 all stat items, making your crit chance not too low. If we take a look at my crit chance, I'm gonna do it without the incense, guys. It's gonna be higher with the incense. Yeah, 47.5%. That's not bad. That's not something to scoff at, right? And with the incense, it's probably like 50 something. And if you have a passive like this, you only need 1 point of it. It increases your crit chance by 1 depending on how many hits, but you're gonna be dealing so many hits that I'm pretty sure you're gonna get 10 stacks of this within 1 second. That's just how many shock skills you're gonna be using. If you're wondering why I did not get the passives here, this one, like after close enemies 50 times with ball lightning, your next cast that stuns enemies. That's because I don't cast this thing. It might come out with the ball unstable, but it's not worth it. And this one, if it hits at least 4 casts of ball lightning, crackling energy is formed, can only happen 2 times per cast. I think this is still better. That's 6% from our lucky hit chance, so I just put 1 point into this. I think it's better than this, right? Yeah, so on this one, you just see unstable currents and just get prime unstable currents. You don't need this. And yeah, you just put 1 point into this and you get the Veer's Mastery. That's pretty awesome, guys. Now, if you see the skill assignment, there you go. You can see Ice Blades, Chain Lightning, Fire Flame Shield, Ice Armor, Unstable Currents, Teleport, Ball Lightning Enchant, and Hydra Enchant. Okay? The reason why you want Hydra is you get more damage, more consistent damage, more burning. And the reason why you don't need to run, if you see my skill tree, I'm very tanky, even though I did not get Electrocution 3 ranks. But if you get this, you get 21%, 21.69% damage reduction for 7.2 seconds. This is really tanky. You could get this if you find yourself dying a lot. However, With plus 3 charges to evade, you should be able to evade most of anything, and you should be able to burst everything down before you deal any damage. And even if you get damage, the damage reduction that Doombringer and our Paragon board should be enough. Alright, so speaking of Paragon boards, we're gonna go to the Paragon board right here. You do not get this one, skip that, and you just go up here. Put Elementalist, just follow the board. Alright, this board is Static Surge, very similar. You just remove the node here, and remove the node there, right? It's same as the Avatar Sword build. That's a lot of damage that's gone. That's 60 plus that's 60% damage to stunned, and then 8% to elites. That's a lot of damage, but you know, it's a CC requirement, and not all the time your mobs are CC'd, so you can live without it. You do lose some int, however you gain it later on. Alright, next up, on to Enchantment Master. You're just gonna get the glyph, Dex glyph, and then put Destruction here. Next up, on the Searing Heat board, you're gonna path it this way rather than this way, and you are gonna get Adept. It makes your ball lightnings bigger. All ball lightnings, even the static one on the floor, as well as the one that goes around you, and you need it, alright? Like without it, you're not hitting as many mobs, and for some reason it deals a lot less damage. 79.2% mastery damage from that is pretty good too. Yeah, it's good. So put this, make it an int board. That's where you spend. This is where the changes are. Alright, here's another change. Sorry, excuse me. Normally we get the maximum mana on this one. However, because we need more points, we can't like go up here. We save about 2 points if we just go straight here. So yeah, just get the max life, which is also good to have, and get the max mana. At least we still have 2 max mana nodes, right? The ones earlier, right here, and this one right here. You're still gonna run charge glyph on the elemental summoner board, so yeah, pretty good. I did, however, I changed the board a bit because you don't need this. I wanted a little bit more willpower, so I just got the 2 willpower instead of getting the 1 and then the resistance to all, because I'm already capped anyway, so path it this way. Alright, next up for the Burning Instinct board, it's the same. You just want to run Tactician on the glyph because of the burning reduction, which is already big, or Hydra's Burn, the main enemy that we're dealing with. If you're fighting the mass ball that does the AoE, it hits the mass ball, so it already deals 22.5% damage reduction to that mob. Also Desecrator and the like, or even the Aether Lords, right? I also gain 45 damage, and it's really nice to have an extra 22 int, 25 int. Alright. Next up, here is where it is a big change again. This is where I changed things up for the Doombringer build. Alright, this will look different if it's the other build, but for Doombringer version, you path it here. You want to get these vulnerable damage reduction from vulnerable, and 5% damage reduction from vulnerable enemies. However, you really want the vulnerable damage for more damage, and an extra 7% vulnerable damage reduction is enough. Alright, it is more than enough. You make everything vulnerable in this game, or in this build, really fast, and yeah, you don't need more. Because what some people could do, and I'm not sure about how to go about it actually, but you could remove points to this, 3 points to this, and you could put 2 points here for more damage reduction, and then you have a free flex point for, you could put it to like elite damage somewhere down there, right? But yes, you don't need to. So you get this, and then of course you get Frigid Fate. This is OP. You run Unleashed on this board. Yeah, you still get mana and whatever. You get all the nodes. And our last board, because you need more damage. You put exploit on it. I used to run the nodes here, the 4 points here. However, you gain more damage because you could get 2 more nodes of exploit, right? 2 more dex nodes to increase the vulnerable damage. But I think this is better. You aren't spending as much because you would be pathing up here anyway. So it's just a little bit more. I think 1 or 2. I think just 1, and then you can get this. All right. So that is the Paragon board, and yeah, guys. If you enjoyed this build, I mean, sorry if the explanation's a little bit wacky because I am sick, but I did do my job. I did make the build, so I hope you can appreciate that. And subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to hit that 1K. I got a taste of it, like at the start of the season, the subs just came in out of nowhere, like 300, 400 at a time. And I was like, oh, damn, this could happen. So let's see if it can. All right. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next
Greetings.
video. Peace.